what I wanted to share with you tonight is this, okay? For whether you are aware or not, you have already made a decision. The reason you're watching today is that you already somehow made a decision, but I guess you're not yet sure whether you're going to do it or not. So the success that you're seeing, okay, it came with a great price. The successful people that we would watch in VCon, in VConnect, they went through a lot of failures. There's a lot of cries, difficulties that they went through. You're just seeing what they are today. So what I want you to imagine while you're sitting back home is this, okay? I could be those people. I could be those successful people. But it must begin with me making an honest, sincere decision that I would do this no matter what. That I would do this business no matter what the cost is. So the first question, in fact, when we started from the very beginning, I asked myself, I did a lot of introspection because I know the difficulty, I know the commitment. And the reason I know the commitment, because I remember when I first took upon a major thing in my life wherein I started martial arts. And to reach black belt, first dan, second dan, third dan, it would at least take me 6 years. So I knew the difficulty. You know, the blisters, the sore legs, the difficulty of workout. I know what I was going to go through. So I had to decide because I cannot start and stop in the middle. Because I was always taught that when you start something, you got to finish it. In fact, when you start something, it only ends when you end. And we have to make this our habit. Do not start something that you're not ever going to finish. You must be a finisher. Because I've met so many people, even close to me, sometimes even family members. They start something because they get very excited. You know, startup is always exciting, always starting exciting. We talk. I remember, you know, having your business card or whatever. You start up excited, all excited. Then you hit a wall or you hit a rejection, okay? Or you talk to someone that's just so negative. Immediately, you stop. And the reason this stops you, because from the very core, you were not solid. You're a wimp. And you can never be a wimp to be successful. So, it pays to look into, okay, does it matter whether I become successful in 6 months? Does it matter that I achieve success in a year and a half, 2 years and a half? Because success is a continuous journey. And when you speak of a continuous journey, success means fail, succeed, fail again, succeed. Sometimes even it's fail for a long time. Then you succeed, then again you fail. You fall. Then you stand up again because you know how it is. Success does not come easy. Success always comes with a heavy price. That's why from the very beginning, me and Dato would always, ask people, okay, do you have, what it takes to be successful? Meditate upon it because it's going to take a lot. There's a lot of things that you need to give up to be able to achieve, success. And success comes in different phases. So, what does it take? The first thing is this. Since you already made a decision, back up your decision. You've already signed up. So for me, you don't have any more choice but to take this road. Okay. But taking this road doesn't mean you don't do anything. thinking, or if somehow you have a moronic upline, for some reason, who told you, who sold you that you just sign up and you're going to be rich, okay? That's a presentation. He was just trying to bring you on, which is not exactly correct. But you're in anyway. You got excited. So what you have to do now is start working. So the first thing that we must be doing as IRs from the very beginning is one, let's know more about the company that we are going to be partnering with, okay? So we are your partners. That's why you are an independent representative of our company. So whatever you do out there reflects on our company as well. Okay? So it's very important for you to understand the people behind the company. And this is an opportunity for you that you have in VCon. Because you get to see, you get to hear, okay, the heart, the spirit of the people behind this company. Now, after VCon, if that is not enough to convince you of the integrity of the people of this company, then I suggest you don't continue. Okay? I suggest you don't continue. You're just going to be wasting your time, because the first thing you must have is confidence that this company that I'll be riding on, or this company that I'm gonna be my home the next 10, 20, 30 years of my life, or even more, is a place I would like to be. So those are tiny little decisions, but it's a major decision. It's a 5-minute, 10-minute decision probably. For some, it might take an hour decision. For some people, it might take 9 years decision. But anyway, you must come first to that decision that, okay, this company, fine, I like what I see. Let me now move in. So when you move into a house, okay, you might not like, it's not always perfect. There are no perfect city. I always tell people. With any city or with any home, there would also be challenges, right? There's challenges. In any city, there would be rats, there'd be insects, there's going to be mosquitoes, there's going to be a lot of things, a lot of challenges that we face. So similarly, when you decide to enter the house or the empire, we call it right now empire, and I think we deserve to be called an empire because we're in pretty much almost more than 100 countries worldwide, and we have built, in a way, we have built an empire. So if you decide to move into our empire, immediately pack your bag. Immediately, like, unpack. Stay home. Be at home. Be at home meaning don't go there standing with your suitcase and saying, oh, they have a problem here. Oh, there's a problem here. Oh, the floor is not clean. Or this needs to be fixed. Oh, this guy. You know, this is what we see. And normally, that's what you would see from the very beginning. In the beginning, most people that sign up, they focus on the weaknesses of the company. Oh, the product is not that great. Oh, this is not so great. This is not so great. You know, guys, when we started, okay, there was not even there was one product. There was no building. Even the plan, I would say, and I always tell people this, when Dato was showing me this plan, it was on a tissue paper. He was doing like a presentation on a tissue paper. Because I guess he didn't have paper. We didn't have paper. It was on a tissue. There was no concrete thing that you could have. There was no VCon. But from the very beginning, when I saw the passion of my upline, I saw his passion. I believed in his dream. And it was just, I feel like it was like I already had everything because I had him. And what was so convincing is that, I'll just tell you a story. Why, until 22 years, we've been together for 24 years. And I still believe in him. Whatever he tells me, I believe, because I remember him telling me, Japa, we're going to be on the 64th floor of the tallest building in Hong Kong, which was Central Plaza. When he was telling me this, okay, there was no contract that we already got the place. And he told me, go to the Philippines, because we were in Hong Kong. We were canvassing some office where we could be. And I could not imagine affording the 64th floor of Hong Kong. But the way he was telling me, as if we already got an office. Okay? So I asked him, Vijay, is this not lying? When I go to the Philippines, I tell them we're gonna be. No, he said, you're not gonna say we are. You say we're gonna be at the 64th floor of this tower. I said, but there's no contract yet. How is this gonna happen? So he told me, Japa, just like you told me you're going to the Philippines tomorrow, would I not believe you? You're not in the Philippines yet, but you're telling me you're going to the Philippines. And I do believe that you're going to go through the process of acquiring cash, buying a ticket, okay, going to the airport, taking a cab, going to the airport, lifting your luggage, riding the train, checking in your luggage, going to the launch, finally waiting for the plane. Would the plane fly or not? You don't know. It might get delayed, might get postponed, but you go through the process. So I'm telling you, we're going to be at this 64th floor. Why are you doubting me? It's just like, should I doubt you? You're going to the Philippines? I'm telling you, we're going to be there. Are we there yet? No, we're not, but we're going to go through the process of how to get there. So success is here. It's a similar story. I'm telling you right now, if you go through the process, okay, the process which we are sharing with you, each one of you, if you go through the process, you would reach your destination. There's no doubt about it. We believe because we've done it. Hundreds of people have done it. Your uplines have done it. So if you're not going to believe that it could be done, if you don't believe that you could reach success, if you cannot believe you could go to a place, if you cannot believe you can do this, guys, I cannot help you. There's no VCon. Okay, there's no founder Japa talk convincing you if you're not going to believe. So the only thing I could do is help you to go through a process of acceptance. You must accept. Because without accepting within you, it would be so easy to break your dream. It would be so easy for people to steal your dream. It would be so easy. Your wife would complain something, oh, this doesn't work. Your mother-in-law, your father, whatever. There's so many people who's going to discourage you, and immediately you give up. And this is happening, and it's very sad because I've seen people, they've raised money. I heard some have sold their Carabaos. It's a saying. Sold their TV probably. Sold their car. I met some people who sold their car. But that car became a beautiful home and it turned into a Mercedes-Benz. In Jakarta, I've seen. There was a story of one of our early leaders. I won't mention his name anymore. But when I met him, okay, he picked me up from the airport with his 600 Mercedes-Benz. And it has the V plate number. And I was like, whoa, And he came to me and said, Mr. Bismark, he hugged me. And this is the first time we're meeting each other. He hugged me and said, Mr. Bismark, thank you so much. This is a car from your company. I said, no, you work hard for it. I was very humbled. He said, can we pass by the home that you also bought for me? I said, I didn't buy you any home. I'm going to check with finance now in Hong Kong if I bought you some home. But he was referring to the success that he has achieved. So we passed by his car. This was in Bali somewhere. Beautiful home. It was like a dream house. It even has the V. You know what I mean? And so finally, I was like, I had to check with, Mr. Quintanar, TG, who was still involved with IT, the commission run and stuff. I wanted to know how much this guy was making, every month. And so he's just been in the business for a year. I saw how much he earned. He said, okay, justify that he could buy this car. He could buy, I had to check, accounts, whether, it was true that what he was saying. It was totally true. And I was inspired myself. Especially before I came up on stage, he went up on stage and did a testimony. And his testimony was, I could not forget that he said, due to some, this sectarian conflict that they were having in some part of Indonesia that time, his house got burned from the riot. So he ran away from that village. He took his family, 2 kids, his wife, and he drove to a friend's house. And he was literally living in their car. They were sleeping in their car because there was no room in his friend's place. So they would just use the toilet, brush their teeth, shower, and they literally move in their car. Until he met someone who said, sir, I think I have the solution that could solve your current situation right now. And offered him to be an IR in QNet. So he was making this testimony. I'm sure hearing the testimony from him was very powerful, but I just want to share this with you. And there's a reason why I'm sharing you this. Because this guy is at the bottom. No home. Okay? The only home he has is his car, his wife, his children. He took the IR ship, and you know what he did? He sold his only home, which is his car, to get into the business. That was such a risk. But because he knew what he was risking, and he was sharing with this, because he knew what he was risking, there was no turning back for him. There was a bridge, and on his back, it was burning. He was telling me, I cannot turn around. What will I say to my wife? I cannot turn around. So I took, Mr. Bismark, he said, Japa, I took the decision that I made. I said, this cannot be a mistake. Because there is no mistake. The only mistake you would ever make in your life is when you quit. The only mistake you're going to be making is when you stop. That's the only mistake. Because whatever decision you already have, and you may think it was a wrong decision you made, make it right. Why can't you not make it right? Because this guy and so many other people who has taken this journey for the last 22 years, 20 years, 10 years, 5 years, and you see them, they took a decision. They held on to it tightly, as if there's no tomorrow. It's like you have your rope, and you're on a cliff. You're going to fall if you let go. You cannot question, oh, I have blisters. You cannot say, oh, my hands is already painful. And you got your kid hanging on your feet. You got your wife hanging on and you're all hanging on a rope or a thread, and you're on a cliff. You let go of your whole family. How could you let go? It's a difficult thing. It's a battle. Just like yesterday, I was saying, life is a continuous battle. But what are you going to do? Are you just going to be there's no such thing as a bystander. Bystander, you die. You rather fight and live a full life with wounds, and this is going to happen, all these scars, losing hair. You lose hair. You lose your skin, you age, but these are all scar wounds. What they call it, scar of wars, wound of life. Why are we going to be ashamed of it? No, don't be ashamed with your failure. Don't be ashamed with the mistakes that you do, because these are all like, for me, I'm proud of the scars that I have. So the reason I'm telling all of you, especially the people who just recently came in, okay, and they're entering a battle, they're just like still neophyte what's going on here, and they saw the bombing that's going on, they saw the difficulty, the challenge that's going on, and all of these things, because they were shocked. And I know the first time you saw this business was through the eye of an upline. Probably they showed you their big checks. They showed you their Bentley, their Ferrari. Okay, so you got very excited. Wow, this is because they all show you the good stuff. They're like salesmen as well, you know. But there's nothing wrong with that, because that's really the beginning. Unless you see the nice things, you're not gonna get attracted. So in the beginning, and we call this the business presentation. In the beginning, they showed you the business presentation, and it looks so nice. Business presentation is great. It's so exciting. I'm going to make this much. I'm going to have this car. I'm going to have this. This is all a business presentation. They've not yet told you the difficulty of achieving all of those things, what they showed you. But it's my duty as your grandfather, as your father, to tell you the difficulty that you're going to go through. But see, what is beautiful here, and what I did not have so much at that time, well, I had an upline. And he went through the process of my growth. He went through the process of my growth to being a successful person. And I still don't consider myself successful. It's still an ongoing process. He still gets on my case on a regular basis, and I allow it, because you only stop growing the time you expire, the time you die. Constantly, we must be constantly growing. And this is what's amazing with a business that you got into. You may not be aware, this is the most amazing business. Network marketing is the most amazing business. I would not exchange this for any other business, even today. Why is that? Because I am part of the process of growth. My business could only grow as big as I am. So your business, your check, could only grow as big as you become. Each and every one of you at home today, you are founders of the decision of the network that you've joined. So being a founder is a great responsibility. Take it seriously, my dear founders, because you are a founder. Just like I had to take it seriously. God, until now, I'm still with you. Why? Because I founded this company. You're founding this company. You have to stick to it. You have to do this for everyone, for your family. You have to do this for your downlines. There's no quitting. And because there's no quitting, guys, go through the difficult process of training. Okay, make sure when you make your first purchase, okay, that your enthusiasm, don't let your enthusiasm die. Engage with your upline. Know about the product. Okay. Do what is necessary. Go through the process. And I promise you, if you do this, you'll be here where we are. You're all going to be successful. Thank you so much.